Welcome to the third lesson of the course on clinical databases. During this lesson, we will see how to search for information in a relational database. We have seen previously how clinical data are organized in tables and how information is linked between two different tables by the so-called primary key, that to visualize the clinical data stored in the computer memory as a relational database. We need a computer program that is different from those you use routinely for your clinical activities. Now, we need to identify and install such a software in our computer that we can take advantage of freely available software applications for the Windows system to demonstrate in practice how to perform data inspection in a database, as well as to retrieve data and process them from a clinical database. As we have seen in the last lesson, a relational database is composed of different tables in which the information of a single patient or a single event are linked by the primary keys that, as you can see in this example, we have a table for patient data, another table for visit data, and a third table for laboratory test data. The name of different fields in each table is reported in the first row that we have seen in the previous lesson how data are related within these data sets. Selecting a given patient by its patient ID, we can select among the visit data, the visit of interest. For this visit, we can then identify the lab tests results in the third table. Let's see, in the next slide, the actual data in these three tables. The actual data in an example of a clinical database are represented in these tables. From the patient data table, we can select a patient, in this case the patient that has patient ID equal to 2. For this patient, we see that using the primary key patient ID, several visits are present in the visits table and they are linked with this patient. Let's now select one visit, the visit with date December 13th, 2021, to identify the corresponding data in the lab test table for this visit. As we can see, the primary key visit ID is visit number 21, that now we can identify the lab test data using the primary key visit ID equal 21, and we identify the lab test ID equal 55. Using this ID, we can identify the corresponding row and respective records for laboratory test data for this patient and this visit. The information we have identified can be extracted from the database and used for the clinical activities, such as patient evaluation, production of a referral document, comparison of data from different visits, etc. What we would like to do now is to show to you how to perform this data inspection and extraction from a relational database. For this task, we need to use this clinical data set and two free available software applications running on the Microsoft Windows system. Now we are going to see how data inspection and selection can be effectively done also by you using two joined software applications. What we call a database management system, or simply DBMS, that we are going to use a computer language for this data processing that is named Structured Query Language, or SQL. To practice by yourself, you can download the open source software SQL Server. This software is freely available online at the link reported here in the slide. SQL Server is a software for Microsoft Windows system. For more details on SQL Server installation, please follow the tutorial provided in the course platform. This software application acts as a server to allow generation of a database and for its management. The second software we are going to use is SQL Server Management Studio, or simply SSMS. You can download this software and install it on your computer using the link provided here in the slide. This application will allow performing data management. You can follow a tutorial for installing and using SQL Server and SQL Server Management Studio using the YouTube tutorial that you can access using the link that is reported here. At the end of this lesson, we encourage you to use by your own the two software packages we have suggested. To do this, please use the links for the two freely available programs running on Microsoft Windows systems. After you have downloaded and installed this software packages, you can use the link reported here to download the simple clinical data set we are using. The file has the name bewell.mdf. Please note that data are artificial created and do not belong to real patients, to real visits, or real laboratory tests. This ends lesson number 3, and we ask you to answer to the questions in the course platform before proceeding to lesson 4.